Hey there, LEGO fans. Welcome back. Alex here. In this video, going to get you an update on where I am with the castle layout. I've been really behind on it, and as you can see, not a lot of progress has been made on it. But this is where the castle theme will be, where the underwater people used to be, right? So I moved this felt wall over, so we did squish the mid-90s subspace themes over a little bit. They have enough space. They're fine. They're fine. But over here, we want it to be spacious, right? We need it to be a castle theme needs some space for trees, forest, and things of that nature. So I got the sets over there, but I was really struggling with how I do this. Do I go with plywood? Do I just go with carpet? Do I do plywood with felts, with base plates? And I thought, you know what I'm going to have to do? If I'm going to do a legitimate forest with trees and things like that, I really need to have a hard surface so I can put base plates on. So I found a bricklink seller, and I looked for a lot of base plates, and here they are. I started off with 30 of these green base plates, the old ones before they went all weird neon green. But I got that there. And hopefully that's going to give us a good start on this. This is actually a pretty good size area. I think it's 8 base plates deep and 8 base plates wide, long, whatever. 8 by 8. So you can do the math. So it's a good size area, but it has to be pretty good and spacious. So what I'm going to have to do, this is I have this piece of plywood already, so you can see I drilled some holes so we can have the legs of the the city going through it all the way to the carpet. Nice. So we're going to run to Home Depot and find another sheet of plywood and have them cut it there so we can have the dimensions in here. I think we need it to be about 80 inches long there, and I think about 3 feet wide. That should fill us all the way up right here, and then we can start working on the felt. So let's go ahead and go to that point. So here is the piece of plywood next to Mindy for size and scale. How tall are you, honey buns?
I'm 5'7".
5'7"? Really? Man. I'm glad I married a taller woman because I am a shorty. Anyway, so here is the piece of plywood. We got there, found our sheet. Oh man, it is so expensive now, honey. These things are crazy. Over $50 for a sheet of plywood.
Wow, that's great. I'm really glad that you got one.
Man, that is a lot of money. Everything's expensive. I thought Lego was expensive. No, building materials, super expensive. But anyway.
It's really good here. Thanks for bringing this to put in our house.
You are welcome. Well, I'm going to carry it down. I'm doing the video right now, this clip, and then I'll bring it down. So don't worry. It won't be there for very long. Yeah, Josh and I got there at the Home Depot. Nice young men cut it down for us to size. So we got the scraps in the garage, and this is the main piece that we'll take downstairs. Oh, and also while we're here, check this out in the office. There's the Titanic. Isn't that thing beautiful?
It looks so good.
It does, doesn't it?
Looks like it was made for that spot.
It was made for that spot. Totally was, hon. Yes. All right, let's go ahead and grab this thing, and let's see what it looks like next to the other piece of plywood. Okay, so I carefully brought this thing downstairs. Mindy was telling me that I got to be really careful not bang any walls. So I was really careful, only banged a few walls. So very, very tight fit right up against these legs on the other side, as you can see there. I don't know how well you guys are going to see that. Hopefully it's okay. Up here, I do need to get one more LED light right there. So it's right there. I got to get that up and attach there so it doesn't fall over. So it'll be really well lit. So, oh, and also while I'm down here, let me crawl over to these guys. So these are all of the medieval sets that I've got so far. I think this little barn here I had in the city, I think it looks like it's going to work okay in the castle theme. The 3-in-1 castle, gonna mock this. I got some stuff set up on the desk. I'll show you guys in just a moment. There's the medieval market village back there, the medieval blacksmith, and of course the castle in the forest. And guess what, guys? Somebody reached out to me. One of the guys out in Australia offered me his Lowenstein castle. The castle back that was one of those sets that Lego and Bricklink collaborated on to bring to us. And it also has the expansion set, and I believe that makes it quite bigger, and you can even put minifigs in it. So very excited to get that. I'll have that in another week or so. And that will also be in this castle layout. So this thing is going really well. And of course, a lot of rumors out there about the big 90th anniversary Lego set being a massive castle. So really looking forward to something like that. So next step, guys, what is the next step here? So now that we have the plywood laid out here, oh, you know what? This is kind of sticking out a little bit, isn't it? So it's almost flush with the table here. as you can see, but I'll have to make sure people don't stub their toe on that. That might hurt a little bit. But I'll have some felt on it. It'll soften it up a little bit. So speaking of felt, we have to kind of get a base color that will be underneath all of these base plates right here, right? So we have this sheet right here. It's not nearly big enough to cover this, but it's a pretty good sized sheet. And that color does a pretty good job at matching the water color on these guys. See there, that light blue right there, and Castle in the Forest has that as well. So that would match it really well. Or we get kind of a darker blue. And I don't know if I have a darker blue. I think I have to go see what I have in stock, because a lot of felts I remove and don't use anymore. So let's go ahead, and what I think I'll do is I'll see how big this is, and maybe we can make this work with some other pieces of felt. Let me see what I have in stock, and then we'll return to the video. Okay, so I cheated a little bit here, guys, because I put the light blue on here, but it was just too short in both directions. So it wasn't really going to do the job that I wanted. So I put the blue back on there, mostly because it had the holes cut already for those legs for the table. So I was like, hey, that works great. Let's just do that. Of course, it's not wide enough, and it had a little extra lip at the end that I just cut off there. But I found another sheet here. I just got this sand color that I put here just to be a protective layer between the Lego and the plywood underneath. So from here, what we're going to do, and I'm not saying this is permanent, right? I might go to the fabric store and figure out, get some bigger sheets. The problem is that the sheets come in, I think they're 74 inches wide, and you can get them as long as you want. So this being 80 inches wide, I'd have to have some sort of cut between it somewhere, and I don't think that would look very good. So I'm going to roll with this for now, but let's go ahead and play around with the layout and go grab those 30 base plates and see how much that actually fills up. So all of the base plates are in, and I just put them 4 deep and all the way across. And you know what? As I was doing it, I felt like the this sand-colored felt made a good shoreline against the water there. And I don't know, maybe this is the way we do it here, guys. We have some decent room over here. I don't know if that's enough room to put all of that in. It'd be kind of very close together. I mean, we could branch out a little bit through here or on the other side. That's not an issue. But I think the overall look of it is looking pretty good. It looks like more like not a castle, a pirate layout. You know, I have some pirate ships out here, and then you have the Imperial Guards in here on the shore. Be kind of fun. But anyway, let me know what you guys think of this. So here's where we start, and you guys need to let me know what I need to do for trees. And I don't have a lot of resources for trees, so it needs to be very simple. You know what I would really wish I had a lot of are these kind of trees. They're a little taller and very simple, pluck those down. But that might look pretty good. I don't know if you put enough of those in here. And also some terraforming maybe I think would look pretty good. Oh, speaking of which, let me show you guys over here really quick. Working over here to get I got a lot of plates here from the Lego store Pick-a-Brick to help with my castle build. This is going to be where I started off with. So it will be elevated. Oh, and check this out. I ordered a bunch of Merry Men, the original Forest Men. I think I got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to kind of go with this minstrel right here. Man, those things were expensive, but so worth it. I definitely wanted to have those for the Forest Men there as well. And I think I bought some elements. Here's some sand-colored elements. We can kind of expand the beach area a little bit there. So we have some options. But yeah, really excited to get this thing going. I really appreciate your all's input on this because I've never done a castle layout before. When I was a teenager, I had castle sets and stuff like that, but nothing like a layout like this. So this is very exciting to get going. So, all right, that's it for now, guys. Hopefully you have a fun update here very soon. Until then, you guys have a fantastic day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.